Okay, so it's 3 in the morning. Couldn't really sleep. Checked on Sam. She was in there sleeping. The injuries look to be healing overnight. But I still gotta wait and see if she's good fully. I appreciate everybody who tuned into the video. Left a good comment and great spirits. Appreciate the support. I'll show you guys her right now. Speed in the background. TV. You can see the blood. As you can see, she let up a little bit. She's opened her arms. Tomorrow in the morning, I'm going to check to see where the excess blood is coming from. As you can see here, her legs are good. It's just this part right here of her shell that's severely damaged. And right there. But tomorrow, I'm going to update a video. I'm going in and check on her. She's asleep right now. You can see her. If I was to touch her, she'll move. Put the dog outside. And you see I put the camera right there to watch her. I'm going to touch her a little bit with this. You see her move? I'm sorry, girl. And you can see she's on the fence right now. But yeah, it's 3:30 in the morning. Couldn't sleep. So that's what I'm up doing. So yeah, as you guys saw here, she's sleeping. She's still alive. I'm just gonna be staying updated on looking and watching after her throughout the month, throughout the days, whatever. Okay, so at this point, her wounds wouldn't stop bleeding. There's a lot of blood coming from her arm, I believe, in the upper part of her shell. It's looking pretty bad, so I really don't know, but we're just gonna keep an eye out on her. So after I took her out of the water, the wound began to slow down from bleeding. Started to remove the lettuce or whatever that I tried to feed her over the night. But as you can see here, this looks crazy. It's like, I don't know, like as if you cut a fresh piece of meat. Yeah. Ooh. I mean, I guess that is what it is. But as you can see, her forearms are starting to look way better. At first, they were very pink. If you go back to the last video, her forearms are real pink, but now they're brown, like back to its natural color, if not. So yeah, bear with me. I took this video over the time. I know I took a couple days without posting, but I had to make sure she was all right. Plus, I was going through other things in my life, so, you know, bear with me. But as you can see, I've been keeping a lookout on her throughout the days. You can see her right there. She's blinking, checking on her. As you guys just saw, I don't know where the bleeding is coming from, but it's like as if Snow was able to grab her arm and pull her arm out, and she has like a gash or a wound in her arm, as I can say, like a hole. I just hope it's not bad to the point where it needs stitches. So far, she's still alive, but at this point, she haven't ate or she haven't attempted to eat in front of me rather. I've tried to put food in there to get her to eat. Still haven't got no reaction. Okay, as you can see here, how the wounds are, and if you can look to the left, like the bottom left of her foot, you can see a blood clot coming. You see right there? Yeah, right there. That's where I'm trying to get the blood to stop coming from. So I proceeded to patch her up and leave her there patched overnight. Once I patched her up and left her alone for a couple days without putting the camera in her face too much, she began to come out. She started showing her face, but she still was a little timid. As you can see here, she didn't really want me to touch her or look at her up close. And you can see the bleeding is still there. Attempted to check on her later on throughout the day. And you can see her, she's still right there, looking around. This is when I knew she was going to be alright. When I took her out of the enclosure and she stayed out of her shell with confidence. As you can see here, I got the bleeding to stop. I patched her up and just, stopped putting the camera in her face. Just left her alone for a couple days, let her rest. I still fed her food. I fed her majority watermelon, and I'm repeating the process over the past 4 or 5 days. As you can see here, the wounds are pretty much healed. It's just a little bruised and a little scabby, but from the looks of it, it looks like her wounds that was excessively bleeding stopped. No more blood clots. She's pretty much starting to look at her natural color. In this bottle, I had diluted iodine so that I can spray her throughout the week without having to put her in a large amount of water, or submerge her in water rather. I just had this spray bottle so that I can spray the wounds directly. So I let the iodine sit for a while. She dried. So I repeated the process pretty much. Cleaned her off. Cleaned all that excess iodine off of her so that I can make sure that the wounds don't get infected. I make sure that they actually close, rather. I was almost able to catch her eating, but she shied up. Now here it is, September 4th. I'm going to attempt this process once again. I'm going to get her cleaned off, get her wounds real clean, and see if she's up for eating in front of me. As you guys can see there though, she had feeling. When I touched her leg, she nudged a little bit. And if you guys want to know why I have her in a smaller tote, I have her in this smaller tote so that she won't cause any excess damage to what has already been done. I took the tote out to see if she will stretch her arms and legs out a little bit more. Now I'm going to attempt to just see if she's going to eat. See if she's going to eat from my hand. That'll let us know if she's coming about or if her confidence is being rebuilt. I'm not sure if she's going to eat from my hand, seeing what she's been through in the past 4 or 5 days with me tormenting her, taking her in and out of her enclosure to put her inside. Medicine. As far as her wounds look to me as if they're healing perfectly fine. I think she's going to be good. If anything, she should have been died when it first happened, how traumatic the situation was. And like I said before, if I would have took her to the vet the vet most likely would have told me just to put her down immediately due to the pain they will believe she would have been going through. I mean, I'm sure her pain level was very high, but if you know anything about reptiles in the wild, they can withstand some pretty severe injuries. As long as their organs are intact, they probably can withstand some pretty severe injuries like elephant stumps, lion bites, alligator bites, different type of things. This just shows you how hardy these animals are. This is why they live for so long. These animals don't live 150 years only because they eat vegetables and fruits. No, they're withstandable. That shell right there is like a bulletproof vest. And she just proved it to all of us. Saying that she didn't just want to eat the kale. I'm going to add in some watermelon because watermelon is her favorite. She looks tempting, like she wants to eat it, but I'm unsure. I believe her confidence level within the past 4 or 5 days has been built. Oh, there she go. Yeah, her confidence has gradually grew, but for a reptile that has just went through what she went through, I think it's a rapid recovery. Hey, if you got to this point of the video, I love you and I appreciate you watching this video. We're gonna have better things to come. Tat tat BMWs and we out.